El Gran Campeón Mexicano getting ready for a grand entrance here. Mexican legend Julio Cesar Chavez. What an incredible career that began back in 1980. Truly one of the all-time greats. Gets a little kiss from the latest addition to the family.
Yo le canto a tus volcanes, a tus praderas y pies, que con mis abismares, del amor de mis amores, México lindo y querido, si muero lejos de ti, que digan que estoy dormido. A ti, que digan que estoy dormido y que me traigan a ti, México lindo y querido, si yo lo dejo de ti. A ver, México.
Well, Chavez's skills, I feel, began to erode during his controversial draw with Pernell Whitaker back in '93. Best fight seemed to be behind him. Bertie, your thoughts on the Chavez of today?
Well, he's obviously at the end of the road. His reflexes are no more. He's getting hit a lot. His face tissues no longer withstand the assault without breaking up. And although tonight he may well get past his test, this is a young kid with not that many fights, and he should be able to get by. But it's the kind of test, if he doesn't get by, then that's an absolute stopper. That's like, put a cork in it, that's the end of that. So every time he fights now, we were at that point with the great champions when they're at the bottom of the road, which one's going to put a stopper in the bottom?
All right, Bertie, we'll check out his opponent. Willy Wise, unrated by any world organization. His biggest win when he traveled to South Africa, beat former lightweight champ Dingaan Papela in '97. He's known for his slickness, his heart, not for his punch. To some, a sentimental favorite because his 5-year-old son, Dominique, suffers from a rare childhood disease that causes uncontrollable seizures. Thankfully, medication now helping young Dominique. But Willy has medical expenses in excess of $70,000. Aside from boxing to make ends meet, he works at Petland Distributors in Brentwood, New York. His boss gave him a week and a half off for this fight. Bobby, Wise perhaps just another opponent in Chavez's prime. What kind of problems might he pose to an aging Chavez, if any?
Well, you know, that's true. In his prime, Chavez, Willy Wise, in all probability, wouldn't last 3 to 5 rounds. But you know what? This kid has speed. If he's in excellent condition, I mean excellent condition, and he can keep Chavez off, use speed, because Chavez has slowed down, move around the ring, and take Chavez deep in the fight, make him look bad. He could make Chavez look so bad that it's not, at this stage in his career, it's not a type of fight he really wants to see.
All right, let's check the numbers. As we go to the tail of the tape, Chavez now 37, 5 years older than Wise, 2.5-inch height advantage for Wise. Both weigh just under 147, the welterweight limit, and the reach is almost even. Unified rules, key rules for this non-title affair. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. If an accidental headbutt occurs before the end of the 4th round, the fight is ruled a no contest, and Chavez has been cutting a lot more recently. They go to the cards after the end of round 4. So here at the Las Vegas Hilton Pavilion, we're getting ready for Julio Cesar Chavez versus Willy Wise. The introductions from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, at this time, Don King Productions and Showtime Championship Boxing, along with the Las Vegas Hilton and Corona La Cerveza Más Fina, present this next special attraction coming your way. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Dr. Elias Ghanem. Introducing to you our 3 judges scoring this bout from ringside, all from Las Vegas. We have Dwayne Ford, Chuck Giampa, and Dave Moretti. Introducing to you our referee in charge of this bout, Mitch Halpern. All right, fans, here we go with a welterweight special attraction scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple trunks with black trim, he joins us from Westbury, New York. He weighed in at a ready 146 pounds. His record stands at 23 wins, 6 losses, and 4 draws, with 7 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former New York State champion, introducing Slick Willy Wise. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, really needing no introduction the world over, wearing red trunks with white and green trim, fighting out of and representing Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. His weight, 146 and 1/2 pounds. As the WBC #1 super lightweight contender, his record includes 103 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, with 86 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the 5-time world champion in 3 weight categories. Here is one of boxing's all-time great champions, introducing El Gran Campeón Mexicano, Julio Cesar Chavez. Once again, a referee in charge of this bout is Mitch Halpern, now to give instructions.
I want a clean fight, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Any questions? Best of luck, good luck.
Julio Cesar Chavez calling this a tune-up for Kostya. We'll see what happens. Bobby, let's check in with your keys to victory.
Well, simply put, for Chavez, he's got to close the gap and go to the head and body with his traditional power shots the way only he can.
And how about Wise?
Wise has to stay on the outside, counterpunch, and use that speed from the outside.
Wise, a very cool and confident guy, told us he's in the best shape since birth. And he'll give Chavez his WPs, his walking papers. Well, we'll see if he can avoid or withstand Chavez's famous body shots. Here we go, round 1, scheduled for 10.
Instead of a WP, he may end up with a KO.
There you go.
That's his
I
problem.
know there'll be an initial, couple of initials in there somewhere.
That's the problem.
Chavez wants to win the belt by December, go out a champion, and retire by the end of '99. That's what he told us yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what, plans to fight Kostya in December, sometimes you don't really want to get what you wish for, and that might be one of those cases.
We saw Kostya, who looked very impressive against Miguel Angel Gonzalez a few months ago in Florida. Well, we wondered, Wise, here's a guy, fellas, he's lost 3 in a row, so how does he expect to beat Chavez, even though Chavez is not in his prime, but he's confident.
Question is, how did he get the fight?
He got the fight because he lost 3 in a row.
He says he'll be the aggressor, which is not his usual style. You hear the chants of Chavez. He's sort of like the Yankees and Notre Dame. They follow him all over the world.
You know, he said that he had to be the aggressor. He said, I just have to be. And quite honestly, I don't think he can win the fight being the aggressor. He puts himself in harm's way, not a big puncher, going to do damage that way.
We asked Chavez's people what's the biggest concern they have with Wise, and they say at no time has the thought even come across the mind of Chavez that there was a concern or problem with Wise, but he realizes Wise is very fast, that he's not a big puncher, and has a style that is tailor-made for him. Obviously, Chavez should be the heavier-handed of the two.
Up to this point, he's being very patient and very slow, ponderous almost. The other guy is punching away. Wise is punching away, not hard, but punching away. And
Chavez, historically a deliberate starter, relies on the accumulative effect. From the start, he does attack the body. Overall, he looks to slow the body, and the head will fall. That's his catchphrase, but always known as a great finisher if he gets you in trouble.
Just a little bit ago, Wise actually landed a couple of intermittent lead left hooks. Now, that's a punch that Chavez years ago would have never seen anywhere near his jaw.
Wise is slick, more of a mover. His last 3 fights, he lost a 9th-round technical decision to Edgar Ruiz. He's had a bad cut. Before that, KO by 9 to a tough Santos Cardona. Prior to that, another difficult opponent, Darrell Coley, lost by 12-round decision for the NABF 147-pound belt.
Darrell Coley's a real good fighter. He said it was a close, controversial decision that he thought he won. That is Wise, and Coley's a good fighter. So maybe he brings a little more to the table than either of us knew about.
well, due to Julio Cesar's usual slow start, this guy's not doing bad at all.
Well, he really isn't.
No, he's a solid pro. He's never had a stage like this, though, obviously.
He's been doing the punching. Julio's very slow in coming on, deliberate. And remember, he always hits low. Right, that's the first one, and we're going to see a lot more of those.
Yeah, that was clearly south of the border.
Here's a good left hook. Right off the jaw of Willy Wise by Chavez.
That's another low one.
Oh, he hit him just after the bell. Chavez did, Wise.
Stay the outside. Please stay the outside, right? Stay the outside. You boxing nice. I want more jabs after your combination. Don't let him finish last on you, okay? Water. Don't let him finish last. Keep the jab in his face. Keep your hands up. Keep the distance. Get behind him, baby. You're working very nice, okay? Start putting...
No tienes que dejarte ni que te toque siquiera, ¿eh? Okay. En corto mueve mucho la cintura para que no te golpee. En corto con los ojos ten mucho cuidado con eso.
He said, move your waist. Don't let him counterpunch you.
No una sola.
Don't punch one at a time. Punch.
Lo que tú quieras.
Do what you want to after that.
La izquierda es preciosa. Enséñase, muchacho, la calidad de esa mano.
Show us your hand speed. Show us that beautiful boxing.
Mueve un poquito más la cintura, no están parados.
He's saying move your waist more. In other words, bend over, do bobbing and weaving a little bit more than you're doing. You're standing too straight up. And of course, that's the mark of an old fighter. You're not bobbing and weaving. As you get older, you stand straight up.
Does Wise...
Look at him bobbing and weaving. That's what the corner told him to do.
Does Wise have the style that could give Chavez trouble, particularly at this point of his career?
Well, sure, Steve. You know what he's going to do? He's going to try and step, like you just saw there. Step left, step right. When Chavez, who is slowed down just a little bit, goes to move one way, Willy Wise wants to be somewhere else and throwing punches. Again, he said he wanted to try and cut him up. He's cutting punches. He knows he's not a big puncher, but still believes he can do some damage.
The big difference in this fight, as we saw with the women, could be power.
Yeah, I think he felt the power in that first round. He got a couple of shots, maybe one after the bell, where he felt it. And the punches to the body are going to be devastating and low. Remember, low. That's what Chavez does, punches low.
Right now, I'm a little surprised that Chavez hasn't laid a couple of really hard shots in there, a little harder than he has.
He almost connected with those. Those were glancing blows, first a right, then a left. Wise told us he's very aware Chavez is known for the debilitating shots to the side, the heavy body shots. Sometimes he is borderline low, borderline maybe being very diplomatic. Chance of Chavez from the crowd.
I think Chavez sees that he can knock this guy out with the head without all that body attack and hard work. He's just going right up top. Now, if he can't get him out in a round or two, then he'll go back to the body. Right now, he's digging into the body. I mean, he's one of these kind of guys, and if I can get him out, why work so hard?
I'll tell you right there, just a second ago, Willy Wise worked some nice uppercuts on the inside and straight right hand, and he's landing on Chavez, and the two of them are giving a little shoulder to one another.
Hey, what's you pushing? Hey, oh, I don't know why you pushing.
You heard Mitch Halpern, the third man of the ring. His stock went up in the first Tyson Holyfield fight when he refereed that one.
Let go in there, let go in there.
Very good referee.
It's a very fine referee. He's not going to let Chavez get away with too much. There's apprehension on the face of slick Willy Wise. His eyes open up when he gets hurt real hard. Oh, nice jab.
Good
Nice
jab by
Wise. Nice.
But Chavez continues to press the attack. A couple of good shots getting in there by Willy Wise, even though Chavez was coming forward. There's a combination to the head by Chavez.
You know, Willy Wise really holding his own in his first two rounds. Not doing anything great, but doing everything just enough to keep this real close.
He doesn't seem fearful or intimidated by the Mexican legend. Oh, a good right hook there by Wise. Right off the jaw, straight left hand by Wise. Chavez continues to pop forward. He enters the round with a combination to the head.
Willy Wise might...
Don't get in on the rope, okay? Please. Keep the jab in his face. Come on, let's put better combinations together. Put it together.
Don't wait, Willy, don't wait.
Double it up, back him up with it. Don't let him come in. Catch him as he's setting, right? Don't let him set. Don't let him set. Don't go in the corner. Don't go in the corner.
Good instructions from Tommy Malloy, who's been with Willy Wise since 1994. please, urging him to stay off the rope, keep the jab in the face.
Well, he said stay off the rope, keep the jab in his face, and try and back Chavez up. Certainly that's great, but Chavez is the type of fighter, he doesn't really fight well at all going backwards, and getting him to go backwards is also equally difficult.
Yeah, but before that he said stay out of the middle of the ring, stay off the ropes, and keep the jab going. Where else you go? What's left? What's left? Is there some place there I don't know about?
Stay in the corner.
Where else do you want me to hide? Oh, low blow. I told you that.
There it is.
Come on.
Chavez is over.
Oh, then Chavez comes back with a right to left to the head, and back comes Wise.
Wise showing that he wasn't that hurt, and he let Chavez know it.
And Wise showing a lot of heart. Chavez trying to measure Wise out. Little chess match there for the moment.
He's trying to cross over his jab. He knows he's throwing that jab over there, and he's crossed over it a couple of times. Just missed.
Wicked left hook off the jaw of Chavez by Wise.
You know, as a former fighter, I can see the split-second difference in Chavez's reflexes in his punches. I can see him thinking something before he gets it off getting hit, and it's just one of those things. Father Time will slow
Chavez,
walk you down.
in his prime, perhaps would have blocked those punches, deflected them away.
Up the head. Come on. Come on.
Willy Wise has to be very confident right now because he's scoring. Missed with that right, but he got tagged at Wise halfway through round 3.
Wise took a swing with that right hand like he meant to do some damage.
And he's not known as a knockout guy. Only 7 knockouts in his 23 wins.
You know, you'd think Willie would go to the body and land a few little borderline shots himself just to show this can't go on without getting hit yourself. You know, but he doesn't. He doesn't go to the body. He goes right to the head. A mistake on his part.
A lot of movement by Wise. He sends Chavez back with that left. Chavez starting to look frustrated. Wise continues to land. Chavez misses with a very lazy left uppercut.
Nice jab by Slick Willie right there.
Wise landing with the left hook.
He landed a double left hook twice, and there another with a right hand.
Followed it up with a right. With a right uppercut over the stomach.
Let's go in there. Let go in there.
Wise doing some good fighting here. Good stuff by Wise.
20 seconds and counting in round 3. Scheduled for 10. Welterweight.
Chavez came in wide open then, and he just paid a price. You can't do that with a young fighter, especially in these fresh rounds.
Another good round for Willy Wise. Finishing the round with a combination of Chavez's head.
What a nice battle. Willy Wise put another one in the bag.
Move in the center. I want you in the center of that ring. You hear me? I want you in the center of that ring with that double jab. Double that jab, and then finish with the combinations. All right? Set it up with the jab.
Give the one.
Don't leave with the right hand.
Well, you give him a boxing lesson, or you can do that with a full right hand, okay? And double hard, double left.
Get out and get behind him. He's just dipping a little bit. Come with a left hook when you get over to the right. Okay? You're just missing with a right hand. He's going on you and coming.
In that third round, Willy Wise was very effective with the left hook. Here, just a lead left hook. In his heyday, Chavez never lets that punch land. Again, Wise, this one grazed him a little more. On the ropes here, a number of them. There's the one little one on the inside. There's another one. And the right hand, Willy Wise doing some damage.
The chance of Chavez and Mexico falling on deaf ears here thus far tonight as we enter round 4.
Boy, if Willy Wise only had a punch. If he only had a punch.
Only 7 knockouts in his 23 victories. As we mentioned, limited world title experience. Has fought only one former world champion and beat him. That was former lightweight champ Dingan Chapilla.
Yeah, Willy Wise had a big punch. He might not be as quick as he is, and I think his quickness right now is offsetting Chavez and getting the job done for the most part.
Well, for one thing, he's shown no respect for the champion. He's come in here to win this fight, not to pay homage to the champion.
He goes to the body of Chavez. He is a blue-collar fighter and a very good boxer with a big heart. Mentioned not a big puncher. Very good defensive fighter, and he does live up to his nickname, Slick. He says that 5 years ago when Chavez was 32, there's no way Chavez takes this fight. But now he says, I know I can win. He says, I'm not a charity case. I can fight. Well, he's proving that.
As he's coming forward, Willy Wise, if he keeps coming forward, he can't lose the fight. Because Chavez does not fight in a backwards posture. That's just not his game. He's not comfortable with it. He tried it one time when Frankie Randall was chasing around, and you saw what that got.
We all know what happened there.
Another big left hook by Willy Wise.
Chavez knocked down for the first time in his career by Frankie Randall and lost.
I want it up. I was down here. I want it
Low
up.
blow by Wise. Giving Chavez a little taste of his medicine.
A little payback.
At last, a little payback.
Chavez looking to load up on the right hand. I can see it. I can see the thought process, and there goes the right hand. But even at that, a very meek right hand for a man who could punch.
There's that left jab, doubling up by Willy Wise. It's effective. Chavez trying to go to the body underneath, but Wise was there to block it. Chavez just very slow, telegraphing his punches, Wise deflecting them. And then Chavez unable to block the punches by Wise. And that is the definite sign of an aging fighter. There's a beautiful right cross by Wise.
Wise slipped the jab, throw the right hand over the top and looked slow. Chavez going to start a punch, stopping in midair. He just is a shell of what he once was.
We approach the final 30 seconds, round 4. This is really a telling fight for Julio Cesar Chavez to this point. Unless something dramatically happens.
Let's go.
Well, he's only got 20 seconds left in the round to close out and try and get the round back even, because Wise spent the better part of the first minute and a half winning the round, and here he's closing well again.
Big finish by Willy Wise with a right followed by a left hook. Chavez, what's happening? The round's not over. 6 more seconds. He was walking to his corner.
I would have hit him, guys. No offense.
Hey, you're supposed to. You're supposed to. That wasn't a bell. That was a clacker. And, hey, it was nothing wrong. If Slick had popped him one, there would have been nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Anyway, he won the round, so all's well that ends well.
Coming up next,
And even Chavez claims this is the best fighter in the world, Lopez now, which I concur.
Here we go, round 5. Scheduled for 10.
You see already, you notice Chavez now starting to move, step around, not go forward, move more in a backward fashion forward. He can't win the fight going that way, fellas.
Well, he's certainly losing the fight, Chavez is, on the scorecards.
On our scorecard.
Well, we are in Las Vegas, you're right.
On our scorecard.
Wayne Ford, Chuck Giampa, Dave Moretti, all Las Vegas judges.
All due fairness to Las Vegas, we've seen some strange things in New York and New Jersey over recent times, too. Let's just say we're in the United States in boxing.
These are credible judges, but generally there have been some bizarre decisions over the years here in this town. We're not saying that these judges in particular
And let me tell you,
are questionable.
They have made it one of the best commissions in the world, just about. The best in the United States, just about. Because they work at it.
Chavez just walked into a beautiful straight right hand. If Wise had power, that was Frankie Randall's style right hand. Again,
That was probably Wise's most effective punch of the night, but Chavez, of course, known for that granite head and terrific chin. He's only been down once. Over 108 fights.
Oh, speed. That's what this guy's got. Speed is dominating age here. Unless he gets unlucky and gets clocked, well, he is putting on a performance.
Oh, there's that very effective jab by Wise again. He didn't follow it up, but it's bothering Chavez.
He may be doing Chavez a favor, because if he keeps this up and wins, he'll get him off of a fight with Sue. If this guy is doing this to Chavez, imagine what Sue will do to him. Ouch.
Chavez missing there with a right hand, missing with a left hook on the inside, just grazing with the follow-up. These punches years ago would have all landed cleanly and did some damage.
Blood on the bridge of the nose of Julio Cesar Chavez.
Wise chipping away at the granite.
Indeed. Here comes Chavez with some body shots, but doesn't seem to... Oh, a straight right hand by Chavez. That got the attention of Wise.
They hit each other because Wise landed one too.
Oh, watch the hit. Time!
Well, now Chavez steps away.
Go in that corner. Go in
Feels
that
the
corner.
blood.
Go in that corner. Go in that corner.
And here we go again.
They came together.
Every time you see Chavez recently, you see him covered with
It
blood.
was caused by a punch earlier. That was accidental headbutt.
Accidental headbutt, says
Watch
Mitch
hands inside,
Halpern.
both of you. Let me know you're okay.
This is round 5.
Okay, go. Watch
After the end of the fourth round, they go to the scorecards in case of accidental headbutts. And right now, that's definitely in Wise's favor from this vantage point. So Chavez lets the fight on.
Right now, Willy Wise is doing exactly what he has to do. He's keeping Chavez on the outside when he wants to, pushing him back, countering him on the inside. Chavez not being effective on the inside, which is where I thought he would really be at his best.
And eating him up with speed. Eating him up with a jab and a right cross and a jab and a hook. He is eating him up with everything.
Chavez looks very weathered. Oh, right to the belly at the bell by Willy Wise.
Willy Wise was shaking his head about something. I just don't know what.
Olvídate de eso, ¿eh?
No te avientes, no te avientes.
Don't breathe, don't breathe. It's nothing, it's nothing.
Vale, espérame, dices, ¿eh? Al aire por la boca.
Breathe only through the nose, only through the mouth. Only through the mouth.
Julio, no te avientes. Nada, es un granito nada más.
Mira, hijo, no pierdas tu capacidad de pensar.
No te avientes.
Estás entregando, hijo.
You're giving it up.
Coraje, entonces, cuando
You're giving it up. You're giving it to this guy.
Eso no es nada de eso. Combinaciones 1, 2, 3, 4.
This cut is nothing. Start your combination.
Jala muy profundo. Es tu izquierda, tu ritmo. En corto, doble gancho al hígado.
Your rhythm, your fight, you're giving it away.
Get a peek at where they clashed heads. Willy Wise and Chavez land right hands, and then they come into one another. And they just land head to head. Two right hands land right here. One right now. You're not going to get a clear view of it, but they do bang heads in the corner there.
Well, unless Chavez gets very lucky and knocks him out, he is cruising here for a loss because, fellas, I haven't given Chavez one round yet. And
I've given Chavez the first round in the last 4. Willy Wise has been getting it done.
I get that first one even, so not even that one did I get to.
Let's check how the online scoring's going. That's not a knockdown.
No, that's old legs giving away.
Hey, relax, come on.
And the folks at home have Willy Wise in a shutout. The headbutts and one strong right from Chavez seemed to daze Wise a little bit in round 5. Maybe that's what that look of bewilderment was on his face that Bobby was alluding to at the end of the round.
You know, it's sad, but all of us fighters just never really want to stop when it's the right time. And clearly you can see that Chavez doesn't have not even a fifth of what he used to have.
If this is the way he looks against Willy Wise and taking nothing away from Willy Wise, how do you think he'd do against Kostya? That would be a bloodbath.
I think it would be a bad fight for him to take physically, reputation-wise. I think he would destroy a lot of the great legend that he's created.
There's a heavy straight right hand by Chavez.
He got Wise's attention, but he stopped. He's either tired or he's just unsure of himself.
Yeah, he didn't follow it up.
I think he hurt Wise. That's not bad, but I think he certainly caught his attention, but he didn't follow it up. That's not Chavez. That's not the old Chavez.
That's right. He hurt Wise. He backed him up, but then he let Wise off the hook, number 1. Number 2, now he's letting Wise come forward and lose. And he lost the momentum, now giving it back to Wise.
And Chavez has to know he's way behind of this fight, and he's running out of time. So he's got to follow up these shots, especially when he hurts Wise.
Now, one thing I guarantee you, if this goes to a decision, they give it to Wise, Julio Cesar Chavez will complain. That's just his style.
No question.
Well, this may be the time he has absolutely nothing to complain about. And if he can't see that he's not anywhere near what he used to be, then he ought to take this home and study it.
That was a big left hook by Wise right on the neck of Chavez. Don't get too cute, Willie. Remember who's in front of you.
Break, easy, gentlemen.
Willie's got to be first. See that? What he just did then? He just stood there and quit fighting, let the other guy come on. He shouldn't do that.
Listen to the crowd trying to urge Chavez on. He's in a deep hole. Final 25 seconds of round 6.
Watch your hands in there.
Again, Wise landing more effectively in that exchange. Final seconds, round 6. And I believe the shutout continues.
It certainly does.
Que no te ganes los golpes. No tiene ningún tipo de importancia.
Nada de eso.
Ya empezaste a funcionar y empezaste a meter tus golpes. Ahora aquí.
Now you got to start
Empieza a seguir manejando la
putting
mano
your punches
izquierda y
together. He's hitting you, you're not hitting him. There's nothing on this cut. There's nothing.
Tienes que presionar este round bien. Pero
You lost that round.
no te das con la mano abajo, derecha abajo cuando
Don't
sales.
fight with your hands down. Put your right hand under it. Why don't you throw under it? Meaning body shots, of course.
Aquí hay todo tranquilo. Maneja tu ritmo, agarra confianza en ti.
Best punch of the night for Julio Cesar Chavez, a crisp right hand. Wise just stays out there, drops the hand right on the jaw, and a little bit of a left hook after, and then that's it. This is not vintage Julio Cesar Chavez.
No baje la derecha. No baje la derecha, vámonos.
Well, 4 more rounds, maybe 4 more rounds, the end of a brilliant career, but he is still dangerous. Remember, he has still got the punch of Julio Cesar Chavez, and he has pulled more than one fight out in the last second.
Well, you recall 9 years ago against Meldrick Taylor, the first fight he was behind, and you know what happened there.
But even at that, having said that, he was way behind the entire fight. He was in the fight to a degree. He was fighting, he was blazing, he was throwing powerful shots, he was getting outboxed, but he was there. Here, he is not even in the fight.
And in that fight, he was inflicting horrible punishment on Meldrick Taylor, although Taylor was winning all around. But when he got back to the corner, he looked like a freight train hit him.
Crowd clearly trying to inspire Chavez, but it's not working. That cut on the bridge of the nose could cause him to fight in desperation as he continues to fall behind in rounds.
You know, even on the bridge of the nose, the cut's not going to be a problem. It's not going to get into anything. It's going to dribble down your nose. This is not a big deal as far as fighting goes.
We approach the midway point of round 7, scheduled for 10. It's been all Willy Wise in the purple. Willy Wise, who works at Petland Distributors in Brentwood, New York.
Nice combination.
Wise gets to work at 5:30 in the morning, works out at 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m., runs at 8:30 p.m., and he says when he sits down at the dinner table, he's too tired to eat. Well, he's not too tired tonight. He got into shape here.
I wonder if his boss expects him to come back to work tomorrow.
He may never come back after this. Now, he'll be back.
I'll give him a day off.
You can see Chavez on the inside. He just doesn't have the power, the strength, or the resilience to do what he used to do. It's just not there. The body's grown too old. It's been through too many wars. It's just seen too much punishment.
And again, not to belittle Willy Wise, this isn't Oscar De La Hoya. This isn't Meldrick Taylor. This isn't Frankie Randall.
Even Willy Wise, in all due candor, would say, you know, several years ago, this is not a fight I can even get because Chavez was really at his peak. He said, but now is the time. He's right for the taking, and I'm going to hit him with his WPs. Walking papers look to be in order right now.
And a lot of time, that's just a lot of talk and a lot of rhetoric at our fighter meetings, but coming true so far.
Well, he's having his way, continuously doing the same thing round after round. And might I add, he's not going to quit his job because he gets medical benefits for his time, which he needs, and thank God for that.
And boxing, as you know, does not allow for medical benefits, and so he can't rely on that. Oh, there's a right hand by Willy Wise that nailed Chavez on the tree right before the bell.
Another one in the kip. This guy's pitching a shot. I wouldn't believe this. I wouldn't have bet $1 million this was going to happen to him.
Coming up next, the main event, Grigsby Lopez, IBF Junior Flyweight Championship. Let's check the dressing room of the...
Put him in the chair. Put him in the chair.
You got it, baby.
All right,
Look him, How you going to do it, okay?
3 more rounds. That's all he's got to do is stay away from the power of Chavez. 3 more rounds. This is getting dramatic.
Got it?
A whole career is shifting in the balance here.
Here it is, round 8. 3 to go.
Being a former fighter, the term pro at the same time as Chavez, I just retired last year because, you know what, we just can't only go for so long. Sad for me to watch a great champion, great as he was, be reduced to this. And I know when he goes home, when he looks in the mirror, and he doesn't break that 11th commandment and lie to himself, he knows this is a bad thing.
He has to. He has to be realistic to himself.
All night long, Willy Wise has been hitting with that left hook. Chavez comes in, and now the right hand landing is more frequent.
Let go in there. Let go. Let go. Break, step back.
Wise continues to connect on the inside there with uppercuts and crosses.
And I don't think I'm going out on a limb right now. This is not Julio Cesar Chavez when he fought Meldrick Taylor. I don't think he has the power to knock out Willie Wise, who's not the fighter Meldrick Taylor was. I don't think he has that punch left in him.
Let go. Come on.
He's so far behind now, he can only get a win by no matter who scores.
Step back.
I don't know when he's won a round.
Kind of sad when you think about it. The age and the weight problems, the wear and tear of so many fights, it's taking its toll on Julio Cesar Chavez, and perhaps it is time to hang him up.
And it's happened to everybody. It happened to Joe Louis, it happened to Muhammad Ali, and it happened to Bobby Chase.
Well, I'll tell you what, I tell you what, when you watch these fights, though, I had Louis beating Holyfield 10 rounds to 2, and that was a draw, so nothing surprised me, nothing shocks me anymore.
Step back.
Well, here at the table, it's a shutout, basically, for Willie Wise.
I gave the first round to Chavez.
Watch the hand there. Watch the hand.
Chavez holding and hitting Wise's left hand with his right.
Well, Julio's got to do something to take one of them. I mean, he can't just continue to receive and then be outstanding.
He's made this round a little closer, trying to step up and be the aggressor. There, nice combination on the inside. He has been working, but Wise coming right back. Wise has the speed, the energy, and in this case, the youth.
Chavez desperate.
He's it up in there. Break, don't punch.
Going for everything in that flurry.
That's what Chavez wants. Chavez wants to go toe-to-toe. Remember, his body may not be the same, but his heart is the same. Big punch by Chavez. Big punch by Chavez.
Wise momentarily dazed.
Watch the head.
And now he leans on Chavez to regroup.
Let go in there. Let go.
Wise now starting to show some signs of fatigue, too. These last couple of rounds are going to be real tough for him if the former champion, comes on.
Chavez continues to come forward. 10 seconds in round 8. Here comes Wise. Oh, brother. Wise opens up, pouring it on. Chavez may be ready to go.
Chavez was in trouble, Steve. He was out.
The rope saved Chavez as he barely makes it back to his corner.
Now, I got to say this, and I'm sure I'm going to hear about it later, but Chavez was really winning that round strong. I don't know if that last 10 seconds was enough to take the whole round away, but boy, it sure was close.
What a dramatic turnaround.
I believe that was enough to take it because he almost did a great deal of damage to Chavez. It was really enough to take the round.
We'll show you what we were just talking about. Willie Wise sucking it up and really getting to work. He throws that left hook again, then the right hand. Another left-right, and Chavez head snaps back as he tries to be the valiant warrior that he's always been. Willie Wise won't have it. Fires again, and Chavez is just beaten off and out-willed here and outgunned by a younger, stronger Willie Wise.
Well, if Chavez goes, he goes out courageously.
He just dropped his mouth.
Yes, he couldn't even hold it in his mouth. Round 9, huge flurry from Wise at the end of round 8. To maybe steal that round. He's having trouble getting the mouthpiece in his mouth.
It fell out as he went to get it. I mean, he's slack-jawed. He is slack-jawed.
He doesn't have the strength to keep it in, and Wise picks up where he left off.
Willie Wise has some confidence now. He is ready to go.
Mitch Halpern looking in very closely.
And here is where the gamble comes. Do you turn into Billy Conn against Joe Louis? When you got the fight won, do you want to knock this guy out, or do you want to just hold on and win?
Let go in there.
Chavez continues to lean and hold. Wise.
To his credit, Chavez is still coming forward. All he has left. They're digging that left hook. That's the best he's thrown the left hook to the body all night.
A vicious body shot.
This has finished Chavez. He's going to what used to win fights.
Watch the head in there.
But he can't come up to the head. He is so tired. He is so weary.
Again, desperate shots by Chavez, fixing with the overhand right.
But not much on the punches. Not much on the punches. Watch the speed of Chavez's punches.
Midway through round 9. that jab by Wise again, sending Chavez back.
Chavez's head flies back. You can see the force of the punch.
The fans trying to inspire Chavez.
The round is still up for grabs. It's anybody's round now, but Willy Wise just seems to have too much juice. And I know he's been closing all of the rounds very well.
Final minute of round 9.
Let go.
One to go after this, perhaps.
Let go in there.
Well, unlike Oscar De La Hoya today, this guy can afford to give up the last 2 rounds.
Big flurry again by Willy Wise. Amazingly, no knockdowns thus far in this fight.
Imagine if Willy Wise was a puncher. Again, this may not have that speed, but if he landed some of those punches, I'm sure with this level of fatigue, Chavez would have to find some canvas.
Only 7 knockouts to repeat in his 23 wins. Yet he almost put Chavez on the canvas.
Watch the head.
20 seconds, round 9. Wise backs up, surveys the situation. Chavez has nothing left.
Hey, come on, sit back. Come on.
Well, he's been doing well this time, but not big time. Maybe winning the round, but
Combination to the head of Chavez again. He bounces off the rope.
Willy Wise always closing the round strong.
just when he was winning the round, he gets hammered.
Vamos al último round, hijo.
We're going to the last round.
A ver, mijo, a ver, mucho aire, a ver. A ver, aire, mijo, aire.
Air, give him air, give him air.
No se derecha, tiene que sacar sin agarrar la recta. Vamos a subir la pierna, no, no.
Somebody massage his leg.
El último round, es el
It's the
resto.
last round.
Doble derecha, la mano izquierda,
Double
mano
right
derecha,
hand.
cintura en corto.
Double right hand. Come back with the left.
Let him set, okay, Willie?
That's all well and good, but I don't think he's receiving any of that.
Want a little more water?
And it looks like the end of Cesar's career.
Don't get careless. Keep your hands up, okay?
Hands up.
Get your combinations, get out. Get
There's
your
nothing
combinations,
here
get out.
but for this man to go out and survive 3 minutes, and he has beaten one of the great fighters of the decade, Julio Cesar.
So says we.
We could be witnessing the end of a glorious career. From what we're seeing here tonight, up to this point, let's hope it's over.
I don't know anyone that would pay to watch Kostya Tszyu beat up on Julio Cesar Chavez now. Even if Chavez lands a one-punch beauty and starches Willy Wise, no one's going to pay to see that fight.
Final round. You thought Chavez would have this much difficulty here tonight against a fighter named Willy Wise from Westbury, New York.
And if he ever boxed in his life, now's the time to box.
Wise has to have this one in the bag as far as the scorecards are concerned. He's got to just stay away from Chavez.
Watch the head, watch the head. Wait, step back, easy.
Chavez has to knock him out. And Julio knows it.
Break.
There's only 2 minutes left to the round, and there's no sign of the big come from behind.
He needs a dramatic knockout. Julio Cesar Chavez.
Go back, easy.
Or else he loses for the 4th time.
Chavez looking ponderous and slow.
Come on, go.
And being hit while trying to say something, referee should know better than that.
Wise doubles up, triples up with the left.
Break now, easy break.
Landing at will to the head of Chavez. There's another one, a straight left hand. Oh, those punches ineffective to the body by Chavez.
Nothing on the
He's gone to the well at least one time too many, and this is not a good thing.
I think what he's fortunate in is that Wise doesn't have a big punch, or else the beating could be serious.
This is what happens to a fighter when he stays around too long.
The oldest story in boxing is one of the most tragic.
Less than a minute to go. Hammering right hand by Willy Wise to the head of Chavez. Chavez tries desperately to sink some shots into the body.
Step back to the heel.
We're under a minute.
We could be looking at the final seconds of Chavez's career.
Let's go, let's go, step back.
Look, Willie not running. Look, Willie's standing there and fighting. You got to admire Willie. Willie Wise has fought the fight of his life.
Chavez walking into shots.
He doesn't have the reflex. He doesn't have the timing. He doesn't have the energy, the strength, or the young youthfulness that was necessary to bring him home.
And those are definitions of a shot fighter. Final seconds. And this one mercifully comes to an end.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And let's hope for the health and safety of the great Mexican legend Julio Cesar Chavez, the end of his career.
Well, he certainly has given us year after year after year of spectacular performances, and I, for one, am glad to see him go, and I'm going to miss him, but he's got to go, Bobby.
Who wants to lay odds that he fights again? Who wants to lay the odds?
I don't, because I've been around boxing.
That's the sadness of it all. He probably will.
But that's the nature of the beast, gentlemen. This I know from experience.
Who should know better than you? And Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns, and the list goes on and on and on. They won't stop. And that's what I think one of the legislations that should be passed. At a certain point, you can't box anymore. I mean, I don't know how that could be determined, but whatever it is, this is evidence that he should not be allowed to go again. But you know what? As Bobby said, if they make another fight 6 months from now, they'll forget this fight.
How unfortunate. Willie Wise, I'm sure on many scorecards at home and here in Las Vegas, wins by shutout.
Well, let's see what the judges have.
It will be interesting. Wayne Ford, Chuck Ciampa, and Dave Moretti, all from Las Vegas.
The only round I think they could give him was the first. I gave it a draw. I just can't see how he won a round.
This is eighth round
action. You see how Chavez getting abused badly. This is the final 10 seconds, and coincidentally, this is one of the only rounds that I gave to Chavez because he had dominated the rest of the round. He came out like a champion, but at the end, he almost got himself lifted off his feet.
It would make a highlight roll because if you want to see the end of Chavez, that was it right there.
There's another angle. Chavez had done a lot. Willie Wise opening up and closing each round so strong. And there's that right hand, the head snapping back. Chavez not having the energy, the strength, or the tools any longer.
Let's get it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr. right now, who has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, the judges are in agreement. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Chuck Ciampa scores about 97 to 93. Dave Moretti scores at 98 to 92. Dwayne Ford sees about 99 to 91. All three in favor of the winner in a stunning upset split. Willie Wise.
All the judges were right in line. I didn't have it a complete shutout, but I'll tell you what, he clearly was dominated, and it's a shame because in his prime, this type of performance never shows up.
Well, let's hope this serves as a wake-up call, a strong message to Julio Cesar Chavez that it is time to call it quits. A brilliant, memorable career, but when you start losing to opponents who are supposed to be safe tune-ups, you really have to work.
A man who lost the last 3 fights before you got in here. I mean, what kind of prescription is that for an easy fight? Easy. And then he comes in here and gets slammed. Maybe it's not a little bit. He got clobbered. And when you see a great fighter like that with his head bobbing back off of every punch, you know that's the end of the road. He has no reflexes left. The reflexes are gone, and when they're gone, boxing's gone.
And I believe he's not even going to stay in the ring and grant us an interview, which has been very fitting of his lack of class over the past X amount of years.
He's heading straight to the dressing room.
He's been a great champion inside the ring, but not exactly a gentleman outside the ring.
Coming up next, our main event. It's the battle rations for his fight at 108. His first fight comes off 2 fierce fights against Rosendo Alvarez.
Willie, congratulations to you. Did you feel as though you'd be able to dominate Julio Cesar Chavez the way that you did?
Not really dominate him, but beat him decisively, you know what I'm saying? It's like training hard with these guys here, man, and we trained to expect anything. And Julio is a great champion, and I respect him a whole lot, a hell of a lot.
Now, you said to us yesterday, a couple of years ago, A, you would have never gotten the fight. B, you never could have won a fight like this. Has Chavez's skills deteriorated that much in your opinion?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it has. You know, he don't throw as many punches as he used to. I said, hell, 10 years, 15 years of fighting gonna take its toll.
19 in his case.
Well, yeah, 19 years of boxing. So I had to take full advantage of what I could.
Willie, you're 32 years of age. Your son has struggled. You work at a pet store. What does this do now for your career?
It's going to blow up now. It's time to blow up now. I've been waiting for years for this opportunity, you know. Now I'm on Showtime. It's the only time to shine. I'm hanging out with Don right now, so the party's on.
Let's take a look at some of the action in the 8th round. You almost had a knockout of Julio Cesar Chavez. Tell us what's happening here toward the end of the round.
Okay, so I was taking my time. My trainer said, when you get inside, relax, and then when it comes, you let it go. You let your flurry go because, first of all, his speed ain't there no more, and my speed is faster than ever.
Did you think you had him? You think he would go down here?
No. That's because I didn't really freaking
Too much hard.
Let myself go. And look at this, Chavez. You know, this ain't no hokey doke fighter. This is Julio Cesar Chavez, a great champion.
What would you like to do next now?
Become a millionaire. Become a millionaire. I want a big fight. I don't really care who I fight. I would like to fight.
You're about $100,000 in debt, correct, because of your son's illness?
Well, a little less than that because I got a job and benefits now. So I work at Petland Distributors out in Brentwood or Bayshore, one of them. But it's been taking care of me, you know, because I got a job. But I really need to put 100% in the training, and I'll be a much better fighter.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. And I want to say hello to everybody that doubted me. Willy Wise is about to shine.
All right, I'd just like to point out, if I could, it was 19 years ago tonight, Steve Ferdy and Bobby, that Muhammad Ali lost just down the street to Larry Holmes. And that probably should have been the end of his career. It was the last title fight that he ever had. And hopefully this will be the last of a great career in Julio Cesar Chavez. Gentlemen.
Very well put, Jim Gray. And now Willy Wise in some slick company as he joins the ranks of Frankie Randall, Oscar De La Hoya twice, who have beaten Julio Cesar Chavez, and now add the name Slick Willy Wise to that list. Let's check the online scoring results.
The nose is not broken. Condition is fine. The nose is not broken. Condition is fine. Julio should be able to leave here with no problem. Mario will translate for us. Julio, are you surprised at your performance tonight and that you were dominated in the fashion that you were?
¿Estás sorprendido de la manera que te ganó y cómo peleaste tú?
Oh, yeah. Sí, no hay excusas. Willy Wise es buen peleador.
There's no excuses. Willy Wise is a great fighter.
Desgraciadamente, uno se confía.
Somebody gets confident, like myself.
Estaba preparado para una pelea supuestamente fácil.
He was prepared for an easy fight. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way.
Ya ves que arriba del ring hay enemigo pequeño.
You've seen it up in the ring. It was an easy fight.
Julio, in your last 10 fights, you're now 6-3-1. Are you getting the message that it may be time and that you should probably not continue to fight?
¿Tienes un mensaje que de tu récord 6-3-1 que es un mensaje que te puedas retirarte ya?
Vamos a ver qué pasa.
We'll see what happens.
Si sigo siendo retador oficial al título del mundo.
If I'm still the challenger for the junior welterweight championship fight.
How do you possibly think you could win a fight like that?
¿Cómo piensas tú que puedes ganar esa pelea?
Yo sé cómo ganarla. Acuérdate que una pelea de campeonato del mundo es muy diferente la preparación a una pelea supuestamente que le ponen a uno fácil.
You know that preparation for a championship fight is a lot different when you prepare than a regular easy fight like this.
How frustrating is this for you? You were one of the truly great fighters of this era. How disappointing and frustrating is it for you not to be able to perform at that level anymore?
¿Qué dificultades justamente tienes esta pelea que preparaste fácil y pensabas que ibas a ganar y enojado estás porque...
Sí, la verdad no tenía fuerza en mis piernas.
He didn't have a lot of strength in his legs.
Is it difficult for him to perform, though, knowing that he goes out with these type of performances now?
Es dificultoso para ti para performar estas peleas porque...
No, lo que pasa es que no quiero excusas, ¿me entiendes? Me ganó bien.
He has no excuses. He beat him well.
Acuérdense que Pipino Cuevas se coronó campeón del mundo después de una derrota, así que...
Okay, Julio, thank you for your time. All right, Steve, that's the story from back here.